G'day and welcome back to One Watt Flyer. This will be a relatively short trip report as I don't have much footage at the airport due to tight connection. I just arrived from Paris on Etihad A380, now connecting at Abu Dhabi on Etihad flight EY834 to Hong Kong. Let's hop on the plane now. Thanks. Now we're inside an Etihad Airbus A330-200. My seat for tonight's and tomorrow morning's flight is 39A. Every seat is 17.5 inches wide and comes with a seat pitch of a rather comfortable 32 inches. All seats are in Etihad's classic yellowish and brownish colour. Items prepared for you are a pillow, a blanket and a headphone. Now to the seat features. The TV is relatively large, it can be adjusted. On the left there's a coat hook, and on the right there's a USB port and a universal power socket. Unlike many other airlines, Etihad doesn't hide the power socket under the seat. And then underneath the touchscreen TV you have a remote. Further down you have a cup holder and a tray table which can be folded and moved back and forth. If you look carefully, there's some stain on the left side of the table. Leg room is 32 inches, which is perfect. Then finally, of course, we have a seat pocket. There's another tiny pocket here, so you can put your loose items inside. The headrest is adjustable and soft. It will give you a good night's sleep.
And do not fasten your seatbelt at this time. Remember, smoking.
My previous Etihad flight had only 54 passengers out of 262 seats, but for this flight, I don't see any untaken seat. I gave up my seat to my friend who wanted a window seat so bad.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Captain Martin Lee speaking on behalf of your Senior First Officer Miguel and your Senior First Officer Jose, your Cabin Manager Annette, and your Cabin Senior Abram, and the rest of the crew. I'd like to welcome you aboard this Etihad flight to Hong Kong. Our scheduled pushback time is about 10 minutes time. We should be able to make that on time, and once we get airborne tonight, the flight time is pushing over 7 hours and eventually climbing up to 39,000 feet. Overall, it's a forecasted smooth flight, apart from maybe the first hour or so during the climb out. Some bumps are forecast, and as usual, while seated, we will suggest that you keep seatbelt loosely fastened throughout the flight, just in case we encounter some unforecast turbulence. Miguel is flying us to Hong Kong tonight, so just prior to the descent, we'll give you an updated arrival time and the local weather conditions. So in the meantime, please sit back, make yourself comfortable, and enjoy the flight once we get airborne. Thank you very much.
We still have some time before pushback, so let's explore the in-flight entertainment system. Now my touchscreen is not really working as you can see, so I'm going to have to use the remote. Okay, now it's better. Etihad has an extensive selection of movies and TV shows to watch, better than most other airlines out there, but it is definitely miles behind their rival Emirates, who is an expert in the in-flight entertainment system. Nonetheless, I think you won't get bored with this TV. Here's a short prayer for a safe and sound flight.
Whenever the fasten seatbelt sign is illuminated, to adjust all the fastest-growing regions, 100% ownership and 0% corporate taxes.
Etihad plays quite a few ads before takeoff, including this one about their onboard Wi-Fi. It's quite expensive unsurprisingly. I've listed the price on the screen. There's mood lighting on board Etihad's A330, which is quite surprising, and I like it so much. The captain told us the flight is going to be 7 hours long, and it's just all the way to the east. Now that we're pushing back, I'll speak to you again once we're in the air, just like what a captain would say.
the silent most of the duration of the flight. Smoking, including e-cigarettes, is not allowed anywhere on board, including the toilets. If there is anything else that we can do to make your flight more comfortable, please let us know. Thank you.
Very shortly after takeoff, we get lake tea, and it's heavenly. Almost everyone opted for this egg noodle, which doesn't contain only 0.57 gram of egg, but a whole egg laying on top of the noodle. The egg noodle, which was like pad thai, tasted amazing, and I'm not gonna lie, this is the best meal I've ever had in economy class. If I said it before in my previous videos, they are now lies. This is the best. So along with the egg noodle, you also get a cold noodle salad, a bread, and a water cutlet. For dessert, I forgot what that was, but it tasted alright from memory. After that amazing egg noodle, the lovely crew came around again for a round of drink service. I opted for tea and my friend opted for games. And after I finished my warm cup of tea, I went to sleep, and I found myself in this weird position. So just in case you're still hungry, you can buy some food and drinks. The menu is in the seat pocket along with other items like safety card and in-flight shopping catalogue. A little box of snack is $6 and a cup of hot chocolate, which I hoped it was free, is $3. A few hours have passed. Around 2 hours before landing, breakfast is served. And it's super embarrassing and sad compared to the dinner we've just had. For drinks I got tea again, and the food this time is sandwich, which tasted horrible I'm afraid, and it was almost inedible. I would rather have the Arabic pastry which they serve on other flights. Now back to something more positive. The lavatory is kept clean throughout the flight. Very clean, and it's got a window. Dennis from Adelaide is a big fan of PJs on board, but for me it's the window in the toilet. I'm a big fan of natural lights.
International, the cabin crew will cease the service in order to prepare the cabin for the landing. According to the information we have right now on board, we are estimating our landing at 9 hours local time, that is 4 hours later than Abu Dhabi. This estimated time of arrival may vary according to the instructions of air traffic controllers and the traffic onto the terminal area. Could be minutes more, minutes less. For those who want to adjust your watches to the Hong Kong time right now is 8 hours 29 minutes. And we are expecting some light turbulence on the way down to Hong Kong. That's why we'd like to recommend you to remain seated with your seatbelts securely fastened over your lap. That's weather report in Hong Kong is reporting scattered skies with a temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. Visibility is of 2 kilometers due to mist, and the temperature 18 degrees Celsius. For your attention and flying the Etihad Airways, the national air carrier of the United Arab Emirates, thank you. Enjoy the rest of the flight with us and your stay in Hong Kong or whichever international destination may be.
请随身体感到虚弱，请及时告知机组人员。到达后，您可以需要向检疫人员。
This announcement in Mandarin is about customs and immigration. She's detailing the procedures of landing into mainland China, which is different and not applicable to the one in Hong Kong. Now that we're descending into Hong Kong, let's conclude my 7-hour flight with Etihad right here, right now. Let's start with a seat. It's older than the ones on 787, but I find this more comfortable and much easier to sleep because it's wider on the A330 and the headrest here is soft and adjustable, unlike the weird ones found on their newer planes. The food on board, 10 out of 10 for the egg noodle and 0 for the breakfast, but still thanks so much Etihad for that amazing egg noodle. The crew on board are nice and friendly. I asked one of them specifically to fill up my water bottle before takeoff. She came back to me with my bottle and a smile on her face. Another crew encountered a drunk passenger while disembarking. He was attempting to touch her, and you get the idea. But she refused in a very professional way, yet with a smile on her face. Now I'll let you enjoy the approach into Hong Kong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now on a final approach into Hong Kong. We request that all guests return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. Please ensure that your seat back is in the upright position. Please also take note of the nearest emergency exit, which may be behind you. Thank you. The captain has turned on the seatbelt sign.
Crew seats for arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and welcome to Hong Kong. The local time is 2 minutes to 9. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign has been switched off. Please take care when opening the overhead stowage compartments and ensure that you have all your personal belongings with you as you leave the aircraft. Remember that smoking is not permitted until you're within a designated smoking area of the airport. Once again, we'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with Etihad Airways, the national airline of the United Arab Emirates. It has certainly been our pleasure taking care of you today. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me on this flight. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment and share this video. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you again next week, Thursday 12 PM Hong Kong time.